name is Hank Gallups, and here at the Harris Homestead is where we are today, and we teach herding and teach people how to work their herding dogs, and of just about every breed we deal with. And we have border collies, and today we got with us Kathy Presley, who has been hunting in the woods and using tracking dogs since she's 14 or 15 years old. And we're doing more and more of that down here. But today we're going to be blood tracking. And we've got Kathy to show you all about it. Come on over here, Kathy, and kind of fill us in just a little bit about it. Now, what organizations are you associated with in your dogs, Kathy?
Well, I own Lacey Dogs, so I'm a member of TLGDA, the Lacey Dog Registry. And I'm also a member of United Blood Trackers. And my information is available on the UBT website. I'm also available on the Georgia Outdoor News website. We're listed under the blood tracking dog.
Now, can any dog pretty much track?
Yes, if you have a food-motivated dog, you can teach them to blood track. And some dogs are better at it than others. They might be more athletically inclined. Pekingese would probably be able to follow a trail just fine, but they have such short little legs, they can't do real well.
Now, when are you going to need what you're doing exactly?
Well, blood trackers get called in when the hunter makes a shot and can't find the deer. Oftentimes they made what they thought was a good shot and it turns out to be a bad shot, or it was a bad shot and they know it was a bad shot. And we just go in and confirm whether the deer is going to live another day or if they're down and we have to find them.
Now what we use it for mostly is, excites the dog the most. And so a lot of people, this is their first time and whatnot, so we want to get pretty much a guaranteed take on the tracking. And blood is just a common way to do it. That gets the ball rolling, wakes the instincts quicker than anything. Kathy here takes it to the next level, much like the next level, several times over. What we're going to do now is go set up a trail and get the dogs tracking on it. Let's go set it up.
All right.
Now the cones are set out for us to see where the trail goes. The dogs, of course, are going to be smelling it themselves, and we want to put the cones no certain distance, every 25, 35 yards. Keep it interesting, and this area she's going to now, the scent kind of pool in that area. And then she wants to make sure she gets some direct turns in it. You want to keep it interesting, and you want to see what the dog's going to do.
All right, now tell me a little bit about what you're fixing to do. Now, what is this and what's it for?
This is some raw venison, and we're going to use it for tracking. You can tie a piece of venison on a string, and I just use a stick to get it out away from my body so that my feet don't interfere with the scent. You can get blood from a slaughterhouse and put it into a squirt bottle and use that, or you can use just juice from thawed out venison.
Now, are you trying to, does this give the tracking dog a better sense of finding something that's wounded? Because This is actual piece of meat and what would be exposed to the elements as he was running and leaving a trail.
Right.
All right, now the blood, do you use this, do you put the blood on this and drip it, or are you just going to drip a trail of blood and then drag this beside it?
Some people just use blood, and I've successfully done this before with just a chunk of meat. But whenever you whenever you thaw out any venison to cook, save the juice from it, and you can use that for tracking.
Well, that works. All right, now, so you're going to take this and lay it down on the track over here.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to use any blood?
I got a little bit of thawed out juice I can use.
It's up to you. I just want to kind of point out what we're doing there. Okay, let's go get started on it.
All right.
As Kathy walks, you can see that she's careful not to walk on the path where she's dragging the meat and the blood. You just don't want to confuse them. In other words, you're trying to track this deer, not trying to track people. So it's important to keep your footprints off of the path where the dog will be tracking.
This is our end point. We're going to use that big tree as a marker, and I've left a chunk of meat here as a reward for the dog. You always have to pay the dog. Your dog is tracking, you want to encourage them and make it a fun game. So you want to give them some command such as find it, or I think in German it's suck. But anyway, make it fun for them. And then at the end of the trail, when they find their reward, have a party. This is fun. They want to do it again. Also, if your dog gets off of the trail, don't get too worried about that. The wind may be drifting or the scent may be pooling in a hollow. So they'll figure things out on their own. Just the more practice, the better. If you're out hunting and you make a shot on a deer and it's a good shot and it's an easy find, get your dog to find that deer. Start with easy deer, and then when you go to more difficult deer, it won't be so hard.
Kathy, you made that really look easy. Now this is how you would go about finding, or the start of finding a wounded animal. Of course, I know this is a much shorter, condensed version of that, but the same techniques are used, correct, in training your dog?
Right. Yeah, you want to make it fun for the dog, so they want to do it again and again. Encourage the dog the whole time they're tracking. Tell them, find it, find it. You have the course marked off, so if you have to, you can gently correct the dog and get them back on course. If they're not real far off of the track, don't worry about it. The wind is probably causing the scent to drift. And at the end of the track, pay the dog, give them a treat, have a party, make it fun.
Folks, we're glad you watched this and hope you enjoyed it and found some good information in it. If you can, go visit us on the web at hankgallups.com.